and a lot of sugar left in the vine, right? So if you can buy vine tomatoes, those are always going to taste better than loose tomatoes. Okay, so we got some vine tomatoes. You know, do you guys remember when you were a kid and like your grandmother had a garden and you touched a tomato plant and that real wonderful tomato vine smell? You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. How many people from New Jersey have tomatoes?
Yes.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She doesn't know what I'm talking about. So to me, like this, like that. Really delicious tomato vine flavor. We're going to put that back into the tomato by roasting them together at the same time. And they're also going to look really kind of cool because at the very end of this, we're going to cut the vines and kind of make that as part of the presentation. So you know they're fresh, right? And actually leave the vine on the tomato as well. So we got the oven preheated at 375 degrees. What we're going to do is add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to this. Right? It's going to make them really delicious. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt on top. All right, a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. There you go. And then also we're going to take a couple of garlic cloves. And we're going to slice these guys really, really thin. All right, with my new super sharp knife. Okay. So paper thin shaved garlic right on top. And then also we're going to take some fresh thyme, okay? And when you clean thyme, thyme is one of my favorite herbs. Are you guys cooking with fresh herbs these days?
Yes.
How many people still have those dried herbs in the cabinet?
I don't.
You did, right? How long have you had them in the cabinet?
You know what, we moved, so I actually just cleaned them out and threw out ones that were like 3, 4 years old and got fresh ones.
Right, okay, so here's the deal. Like dried herbs, and it's like to me, like if you taste dried herbs, right, there's such a difference between fresh and dried, right? And I know it's kind of convenient to always have like that spice on hand because it's dried, but to me when I taste things, when I taste fresh versus dried, I always think that dried herbs make my food taste muddy, right? And also like if you go to a spa and you get a great massage and you walk out and you smell like lavender, those essential oils, those fresh essential oils are lost in the dried herb because they don't have anything. And that essential oil is what's really going to transfer to the flavor of the food and make food taste spectacular, all right? So there's really no difference. I mean, there's no comparison to fresh and dried, all right? So, and also the cool thing about this is a really good tip. So a lot of people say like, it costs me like $2 or $3, I need 2 sprigs. What do you do with the rest? It just kind of dries out in my fridge. But what do you do with fresh cut flowers when you take them home? What do you do before that? You cut the bottom off. This is a live plant, right? If you cut the bottom off with a pair of shears, or even just take a knife and just whack it open, and then put it to a little jar just like this, so the water can continue to absorb inside the plant. You can get a week out of this for sure, right? And last but not least, if you really feel like you're about to lose it, throw them into a Ziploc bag and freeze them. Right? They freeze really well. And next time you've got like, chicken bones or you got some like leftover onion peel, you can make a nice little stock out of that too. And I don't waste anything in my house. Okay. So now when you clean fresh herbs, it's really important to not get any stem. Okay. I don't want any stem in my bed. I wouldn't take this whole thing and chop it up because then you got the stem to deal with. So what you want to do is you want to take your thumb and your forefinger, you want to hold the very tip of this. Right. Then you want to take your thumb, your forefinger, and your middle finger. And what you want to do is just kind of cradle it and not rip it, but you just want to pull it backwards. And just the leaves pull off in your fingers, okay? Just the leaves kind of fall apart, right? And that's kind of what you want. That's where the good stuff is. So I'm just going to put a couple of sprigs right on top of here, just like this, right? And then we're going to put these into the oven. And we're going to roast these just until they begin to collapse. All right, now I can cook these all the way down until they turn into tomato sauce, but that's kind of not what I'm going for. I want to heighten the sugar, right? I want to make them nice and sweet. I want to make them really juicy, and then I want to chill them back down again. How many people like to cook crazy salad? Mozzarella, tomatoes, right? We're going for the same thing. It's just sort of a reinterpretation of the idea, okay? So instead of serving just cold big slabs of tomato, we're going to roast them and make them really juicy. So it's like bites of little tomato sauce. Fantastic, okay? So it's going to go into the oven back here.
Yes.